Hey y'all, congratulations on having your cruise funded and scheduled. It's super exciting. I'm here to give you a quick, hopefully around 5 minute intro on cruise planning in MFP. To get to your cruise planning workflow, here I am, but to get to your cruise planning workflow, you need to log in to MFP. And usually you should be taken specifically to your scientist portal right here. If you're not in your scientist portal, you can use this little pancake or waffle button up here. Click the waffle button and you'll see the modules associated with you, and you click Science Portal. These other two modules, Schedules, is where you can see the ship schedules, and Research Planning is a neat tool that helps you to plan your research cruises. So here I am in my science portal. You can see I have two different projects. This one, it's an SME, and the thing that I need to do is complete it. I haven't completed my cruise request form for ship time. And this one over here is the one we're going to talk about today, and you'll see that this is a cruise planning workflow, cruise project management, which is for Woods Hole, which is cruise planning essentially. Okay, so here you can see all the different steps that are involved in cruise planning workflow. And I can hear you right now saying, oh my gosh, how am I going to do all that? That's way too much stuff to do. And I can assure you that all of this is important. And if you've ever planned a large cruise in the past, you have probably given the operator most of this information, but probably in a different manner and piecemeal. The difference now is that we're collecting it all in one place. So instead of an email here and a request over there, the information is all gathered here. So it is important that these steps are completed to the best of your abilities at the time they're due. And we realize that often things do change. The cruise planning meetings are way early, and you realize something at the a month before that you didn't know 6 months previously. And so the operators will work with you on that. And I can't stress enough how important it is to start cruise planning early. It helps everyone involved and lowers stress levels for everyone involved. The sooner the operator knows what you need, the more likely you are to receive what you need. So I'm stepping down off my soapbox. We're going to go right into the workflow here. If you know exactly what step, these are called steps in the workflow. If you know exactly what step you want to work on that day or that minute, you can click it here. I think a better way to look at it is this view workflow right here. So we click view workflow, and this brings all of your steps, and this is in order of those that are due the earliest to those that are due closer to the time when the ship is about to depart. So here's permits and clearance. I'm going to go through a few of these different steps. Permits and clearances is something, marine science research clearances is something that needs 6 months lead time at least, often even more than that. So that's why it's here up at the top. So I'm going to show you this. We're going to open it up. Now let's say you were on a cruise that didn't need any research clearances. So this is where, if you didn't need any diplomatic clearances, you can simply click this button and say diplomatic clearance not required. And it's going to ask you why you don't need it, and then you can simply click submit. So now in our workflow, we see that that step is completed. If you want to view what you wrote, you can click the view button right here. The next important step is this cruise questionnaire, okay? And the cruise questionnaire is where you input all of your equipment information and your needs, amongst other things. So we're going to open that up real quick and show you this. I've already started this, but normally you'd start and there wouldn't be any checkboxes here. You'll see there's different tabs over here on the left. Most of these early tabs are data that's pulled in from your SME or the schedule. Okay, so the cruise itinerary, project context, let's just have a quick look at that. All of that is pulled from your SME. The thing I wanted, cruise location analysis. There's a good little video that I will share with you on how to use this map editor. You can either click your data points through the map editor, or you can upload your waypoints into the system through using their templates. Okay, I don't want to get into that here. Another important section are these next two are pooled and portable equipment and ship fitted equipment. And the one thing I want to stress here is that you need to check off everything that you need, right? Just because you know a ship has a CTD it doesn't mean it's going to be there. So unless you check that box, I need a CTD, and answer the questions that they say. It could very well be that they think you don't need it, and so they take it off to repair for your cruise. So that would be a debacle, right? So back to that. The last section I wanted to show you all is this cruise participants. So the cruise participants section is where the operator collects all the information about each of the participants in your science party. And so that's, information about their name, dietary stuff, their blah, 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 what else? Anything they need, passport information, and they also collect forms through this participant portal, which is a really easy way for them to do that. Instead of each participant mailing them piecemeal forms back, they can collect all this information right here. And so you have two ways to add participants. You can click this Add New button here, and you type in their name, first name, last name, email, and their role through this dropdown. Probably an easier way is when you have your list, you can import it from a template. So I encourage you to use this Excel template that's available right here with this blue font. By clicking that, it'll download to your downloads folder. Then you can cut and paste all of your participants, making sure that the role is from the drop down in the template, and then you save that and upload it back here, and voila, all of your participants will show up on this page. Now the neat thing here is that as the chief scientist, you can track their progress. So once they start filling these things out, it'll show like, oh, they are halfway done or a quarter of the way done. And if you see somebody who hasn't started or isn't done yet and you're getting close to the deadline, you can use this button here, click send reminder, and that puts another email into their inbox and says, hey, you got to get in there and do it. Okay, that's all I've got for today. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to, if you have any questions, please email me, alice@unols.org. Again, that's Alice, ALICE, @unols.org. Oh, that was 7 minutes and not 5. Apologies.